Welcome everybody to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. I think this is the final video with regards to my oils, and today the final one is mystical oil. There you go, lovely jubbly, beautiful. So mystical oil, let's talk about it. How did that come about? Well, we were going through a period where people were really struggling with finances. And it's happening now at this moment as well. But this was, a few years ago, and we were giving crystals and incense away as we do every year, over 100,000 euros every single year. And the oils, we give them away. And this time I thought, well, how can I create something that would be everything in one, and then it would be just one price? So that was a thought I had, and so I started creating this bottle and see if it worked. So started again with a jar, and then put every crystal in from every single oil that I use, all the 9 jars, and started with I put safflower in and grapeseed, and then I took equal amounts from all 9 jars and put them into this one jar. So all the oils are in this one jar, and I started working with it for maybe about 9 weeks, something like that, until I was fully happy and thought, okay, it's now ready, it's got enough energy in that I wanted to put into it. I wanted to put a mystical energy into it, something that would really, make people feel and wow, that was different, that was quite unusual, and yeah, mystical. I wanted to get that mystical energy in. So I created it, it was all ready, and I tested the first bottle, and it was really pleasant to begin with. And it was a little bit overwhelming because there was so much going on. And I think what stopped me to begin with was my kind of fear of what am I going to get from this. And I kind of created an overwhelming feeling like some people do, and that's normally fear-based. So I just let it go, because obviously I've got in my head what I've done. I know what I've done and what I've created, and is it going to work? Isn't it going to? Just let that go, Mark, and just see what happens. So I started working with it for about 4 weeks, something like that. And every time I'd do a healing night, I'd use it without telling anybody. Anytime I did a psychic attunement night, I wouldn't tell anybody. I'd use it and see what happened. And to be fair, I would say that I never had any issues, never had any doubts. Afterwards, it was like, oh, that went well. So I was always happy with the outcome for psychic work, for healing work, that was done. Then I wanted to figure out, would this help with, any kind of negative energy? So I particularly recall one very negative man here I struggled with, and I knew I'd be seeing him. So I rubbed it on my solar plex, I rubbed it on my third eye and my heart, and breathed it in, and then went out and had to confront this guy because of one thing or another. And actually it worked out really well. And I thought I wasn't affected at all, which was great. Then I'd done a couple of absent healings as well, where it was fairly dark and difficult to clear that client, and I used it and that worked. So I was slowly going through a procedure of what is this good for? And actually I'm sat here now and thinking, what am I going to say about this oil? Because it does so much. And because it's got every oil, it's got all my 9 oils in, so it works so well. There is, however, a couple of things that I've added into this oil, so it does make it a little bit more special than the other oils. Obviously I'll use arnica, always use arnica, but I also, how do I say it? There's certain oils that I've always wanted to use that I've never used before, and I thought, oh, that would be lovely to use it in there and use it, but never ever used them. So there's 4 oils that I've used in here, which isn't in any of my oils. So there is an extra, which is the 10th almost. So we say that all 9 equals 1 bottle, but I actually also have added into this some very beautiful oil as well, which is food grade, and it's beautiful. It's from France, and it's an unusual flower, and it's lovely, and it works ever so well in here. Kind of want to keep it secret because I like this, but maybe I'll share it with you in time. It's very, very potent. It's beautiful, and it mixes so well into the mysticism, because I wanted a little bit more magic to come about with this oil. I wanted a little bit more magic, you know. Can I feel it? Because you've got Moldavite oil with trace of Moldavite in it, which this one has. So you've got that extraterrestrial energy. I just wanted a little bit of magic. So I used a certain flower. Well, I actually used 3 different flowers, but one in particular I use most of all. The other ones are just maybe 3 or 4 bottles, but the other one I use sometimes, you know, half a litre of. So, but you can still smell the overpowering smell of this is Palo Santo has an overwhelming smell. It's just like certain oregano. It's got such a powerful smell, or mint, and it's hard to surpass that smell. It's like colours, right? Certain colours, you know, it's hard to surpass that one strong colour. Actually, you can smell it in here. So there's so much going on in this. So the first thing I would do is rub it on the third eye and go to the crown, and then the back of the neck, and then I'd go probably to the heart, and I'd just do some meditation. I'd breathe in through my nose and exhale out of my mouth, maybe about 3 minutes doing that, and I'd sit in meditation with this. So there's so many things that I want to do with this. I want to try and connect to the spirit world. I want some, I don't know, it's hard to explain the word. I want adventure. I want new things in my life. I want wonderful experiences. I want positivity in my life. I want all the good things that all my oils bring in, and I want a little bit more, right? So that's what I work on. When I sit down, as I breathe in, and then the breath turns into a natural breath, I then go into a kind of deep nothing. I'm not looking, I'm not trying to find anything, I'm just at peace. And I normally have this kind of music. It's either, you know, Native American flute, or if I'm going much deeper, I will use Gregorian chants, depending on where I want to go with it. And then I'll just sit there and see what's given. And I find that when I use it, if I'm in meditation, I get a lot of answers. And I guess you would do with all the oils combined. And it works so well. So for me, it's a very mystical, that's why I call it mystical, because it was the only word I could use when I smelt it and worked with it. And it brings a lot of excitement into your life. It brings a lot of positive adventure and new beginnings, and so many wonderful, you know, synchronicities and signs that it definitely helps the pineal. It helps you connect. It helps you stronger. It helps your aura grow. You feel better with it. There's a lot of calmness and peace with it. It's great to find your balance. I mean, what is it good for? I think it's good for mind, body and spirit. I think it's good for everything. So when you think about it, if you've got all the oils equal into this bottle, then you've got everything in one. So this was purposely made for people who genuinely couldn't afford to buy all the oils. and I couldn't give all my oils out to everybody who was broke, who had no money. So I said, okay, there's this one bottle to rule them all. It's this one bottle, and work with it. And surprisingly, it works really well. It's been one of the best sellers on the website store, and people love it and come back for it. And it's something that I've heard a lot of people say, I sometimes can't take all the oils, so I grab Mystical, which is exactly perfect. So if you're struggling to be able to take everything as a healer, if you can't get everything, you grab the Mystical, because that's got everything in it. So I love the oil. I'm very proud of it. I don't want to drop it. Last time I struggled with one, but give me a second. Yeah, my hands are too. No, I can't. I don't want to drop it. I nearly dropped one the other day, and I nearly had a panic attack. So no, but it's in there and it's beautiful, and I'm very proud of it. You know, it's very difficult to talk about this oil in a way that I can, say that this is what it's good for, because I'm hesitant, because it's good for everything, because it's got all the oils in. So it's like, yeah, you can say, but what about that? Well, it's done this, and hopefully you can confirm that if anybody's ever used the Mystical, it doesn't really have an overpowering smell of one thing. If you've got good senses, you could smell a lot of things going on in that oil, a lot of stuff, and it's kind of potent, and I love it. I mean, I can feel my mind clearing as I just put it on. I feel a lot lighter as well, and I'm more observant of everything. So your senses heighten very quickly if you rub it on your crown and your third eye. It's fabulous oil. All organic, no pesticides. It's all food grade. Not that I would recommend you put it in your mouth. That's not my oils. It's more for the body, and for your body to absorb and then create and react with the energy frequency that's in it. So that's how it works. So that's it. I mean, I love my Mystical oil, and no finer point is the last oil to talk about. Mystical oil, I'm proud of it, and I hope you appreciate it. Again, if you've ever used it, please give some people who've no idea about oils, give them an idea of what you've experienced with this oil, within meditation or self-healing or whatever you've done. It would be kindly appreciated. And that's it, really. That's great. That's all the oils I've done. I'm going to ask one of my dear colleagues who works with me to upload every single of these videos that we talked about the miracle of these oils, which are over. Anyway, I'm going to do that now. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but from a short period of time, this is going to come on, and then you're going to see all the oil videos one after the other, which means that when people actually click on the video to see the oils, the next oil will be the next oil. So if you get it, it's easier for them. Instead of trying to find the oils, they'll be one after the other. So yeah, it's just a thought. Okay, my battery's running low. I'm wishing you a lovely day. Take care of yourself. And from my beautiful oils, which are all on special offer right now to anybody on YouTube, I'll put the link below with the special offer and with this Mystical oil, 2 links. Have a great day. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Well, that was great, wasn't it? It was a nice little workshop. I enjoyed that.